Nick, a 2-point win over Bristol, hard-fought win, but at the end of the day, a win is a win. Your assessment on the match?
Yeah, a win is a win. I think it's funny, you train for 9 weeks and in beautiful sunshine, lots of wet throwing the ball around. You turn up to HQ and it's pouring with rain, so it took us about 35 minutes to deal with that. Yeah, we obviously, I think it was pretty obvious for everyone involved. We were a bit rusty. We had a lot of guys that haven't actually even played at all. A few new combinations and things like that. And I'm trying to think the last time we actually played well in our first kind of game. We're always kind of a little bit rusty and blowing out the cobwebs. So, look, it is good to get the win, but it was very disappointing that it took us a long time to get into the game. I don't want to take anything away from Bristol. I think they came out and it's a big occasion for them here at Twickenham. I think they played here too many times, and they were aggressive. They took it to us. They played in the right areas of the field. We couldn't get out of our half. So full credit to them. But we dug in. The couple of penalties they gave away towards the back end of the first half kind of gave us a boost. We scored a couple of tries, got back into it, and went in at the break. And I think fans probably want to know. We sat down and said, look, it's time to shut the game down. It's not a day for trying to throw the ball around. We've got Quinn style, but we just kind of sat on the ball and looked and just played down their end. And I think we just kind of wore them down a little bit. Even though we conceded straight after half time, we just went straight back down and kicked a couple of penalties and got our noses in front, and then just shut the game down. That's what it was all about in the end, and we just kind of sneaked over the line.
Yeah, and next Friday now, that's what the attention turns to. It's Sale away on a Friday night. Another tough trip. But it's time to lay down a marker, isn't it? Start the season, really. Kick on.
Yeah, definitely. I think look, it's a long season. I've been here long enough, and the fans know it's a very, very, very long season. So it was good to get a win. We've got a lot to work on. I think it was really good that we stuck together, and we know we've got a 6-day turnaround to go up to Manchester and play Sale. You look at the result, obviously Gloucester blowing a big lead, Northampton losing as well at home. So it's going to be very, very competitive. I think Bristol will upset a few teams as well. So we've got a lot to work on. We've got spades of improvement to do, and we know we're excited about that. And hopefully, we can get a dry Friday night up in Sale. I don't know whether that's even possible, but hopefully we can, and we get two teams that want to throw the ball around, and we can get into a lot more of our shape and a lot more positive play.
Just a quick word on the fans. Close to 50,000 at HQ today. Besides big game, it's a special environment for the younger players and for people like yourself. How good is it playing in front of tens of thousands of people?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Love it. I think we've got a great affinity with Twickenham. We play here a lot. We've got the big game, which is fantastic. And obviously, we missed out on the London doubleheader last year, so it's great to be back. Obviously, we apologise for not playing as well as we could in these double headers, but I think the fans will understand that we had to shut the game down and just get ourselves over the line and then work on for next week. So, but obviously very special, young guys as well. A couple of guys that made their debuts, a Loafer and Jacko that came on. So brilliant for them to have their first game on Twickenham as well. And for us old boys, it's always nice to run out on the big stadium and play the game that you love.